Every Premier League transfer team by team as window slams shut. Deadline day is done and dusted. And the transfer window has slammed shut for Premier League clubs. Although Euro 2020 and the Copa America slightly delayed the drama. This transfer window has seen some mega deals involving the top flight. Manchester United notably snapped up 3 statement signings. Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund for an initial £73 million. Rafael Varane from Real Madrid for £34 million, as well as a triumphant return for Cristiano Ronaldo from Juventus for £12.86 million. The 2 most expensive deals of the window came from the 2 title favourites. Though, as Manchester City splashed out £100 million to bring Aston Villa captain Jack Grealish to the Etihad, and Chelsea resigned Romelu Lukaku for almost the same eye-watering fee. Arsenal's £50 million swoop for Brighton and Hove Albion defender Ben White also adds to the summer's expenditure as the Gunners breached the £150 million. Harry Kane wanted out of Tottenham Hotspur but due to be valued at £160 million by Daniel Levy, making potential suitors. Man City eventually conceded defeat. Also missing out on Ronaldo in what surely would have been the most shocking transfer in English football history. Here's an up-to-date list of all the done deals relating to all 20 Premier League clubs in what's been a mammoth few months of transfer activity. Players in: Nuno Tavares, Benfica; Albert Sambi Lokonga, Anderlecht; Ben White, Brighton; Martin Odegaard, Real Madrid; Aaron Ramsdale, Sheffield United; Takehiro Tomiyasu, Bologna. Players out: Joe Willock, Newcastle; Willian, contract terminated; David Luiz, released; Levi Lang, released; Joseph Olou, released; Luke Plange, released; Jason Sraha, released; Trey Coyle, Lausanne Sport; Zech Medley, KV Ostend; Mark McGuinness, Cardiff; Dinos Mavropanos, Stuttgart, loan; Daniel Ballard, Millwall, loan; Daniel Oyegoke, Brentford; Ben Sheaf, Coventry City; Matt Smith, Doncaster, loan; Matteo Guendouzi, Marseille, loan; William Saliba, Marseille, loan; Nikolai Moller, Victoria Köln, loan; Dayan Iliev, SKF Serd, loan; Reece Nelson, Feyenoord, loan; Miguel Aziz, Portsmouth, loan; Jonathan Dinzey, Carlisle United, lower. Players in: Leon Bailey, Bayer Leverkusen; Axel Tuanzebe, Manchester United, loan; Emiliano Buendia, Norwich; Ashley Young, Inter Milan; Josh Feeney, Fleetwood Town; Finn Azaz, West Brom; Danny Ings, Aston Villa. Players out: Ahmed El Mohammadi, released; Neil Taylor, released; Tom Heaton, Man United; Lewis Brunt, released; Brad Burton, released; Jack Clark, released; Charlie Farr, released; Ben Guy, released; Callum Rowe, released; Harrison Sona, released; Michael Tate, released; Jake Walker, released; Bjorn Engels, Royal Antwerp; Indiana Vassilev, Inter Miami, loan; Lovre Kalinic, Hajduk Split, loan; Seb Revan, Grimsby, loan; Frederick Gilbert, Strasbourg, loan; Connor Hurricane, Sheffield United, loan. Players in: Nathan Young Coombs, Rangers; Dom Jeffries, Salisbury. Daniel Oyegoke, Arsenal. Jude Russell, Crystal Palace. Frank Onyeka, FC Midtjylland. Christopher Adja, Celtic. Matthew Cox, AFC Wimbledon. Miles Peart-Harris, Chelsea. Players out: Jared Thompson, released. Kane O'Connor, released. Aubrey Kutsimoka, released. Julian Carr, released. Henrik Dalsgaard, Midtjylland. Luke Daniels, released. Emiliano Martins, released. Ellery Balcombe, Burton Albion, loan. Aaron Presley, AFC Wimbledon, loan. Arthur Reed, Stevenage. Players in: Jeremy Sarmiento, Benfica. Mark Cucurella, Getafe. Gary Dicker, Kilmarnock. Enoch Mwepu, Red Bull Salzburg. Kjell Sherpen, Ajax. Players out: Ben White, Arsenal. Jose Izquierdo, released. Teddy Jenks, Aberdeen, loan. Davy Proper, PSV. Alex Cochrane, Hearts, loan. Janim Laka, Hajduk Split. Bernardo, Red Bull Salzburg. Ryan Longman, Hull City, loan. Victor Gyökeres, Coventry. Romaric Yapi, SBV Vitesse. Matt Ryan, Real Sociedad. Jensen Weir, Cambridge United, loan. Matt Clark, West Bromwich Albion, loan. Carl Rushworth, Walsall, loan. Alireza Jahan Baksh, Feyenoord. Raider Kadra, Blackburn, loan. Chris Walton, Ipswich, loan. Players in: Maxwell Cornet, Lyon. Nathan Collins, Stoke. Mark Helm, Man United. Jacob Bedo, Scunthorpe. Harry Williams, Free. Wayne Hennessy, Crystal Palace. Connor Roberts, Swansea City. Players out: Robbie Brady, released. Connor Barrett, released. Jordan Cropper, released. Ishmael Diallo, released. Marcel Elva Fountain, released. Arman Taranis, released. Matty Rain, released. Mace Goodridge, released. Ryan Cooney, Morecambe. Joel Mumbongo, Accrington Stanley, loan. Ben Gibson, Norwich. Jimmy Dunn, QPR. Luca Jensen, Carlisle. Bailey Peacock Farrell, Sheffield Wednesday, loan. Adam Phillips, Morecambe, loan. Players in: Romelu Lukaku, Inter Milan. Marcus Bettinelli, Fulham. Saul Niguez, Atletico Madrid, loan. Players out: Willy Caballero, released. Jamal Blackman, released. Pierre-Ekwa Elimbi, West Ham. Fikayo Tomori, AC Milan. Izzy Brown, Preston North End. Levi Colwill, Huddersfield Town, loan. Nathan Baxter, Hull, loan. Charlie Wiggett, Newcastle. Billy Gilmore, Norwich, loan. Victor Moses, Spartak Moscow. Juan Castillo, Birmingham, loan. Olivier Giroud, AC Milan. Mark Guehi, Crystal Palace. Lewis Bate, Leeds United. Miles Peart-Harris, Chelsea. Dinal Simeu, Southampton. Tammy Abraham, Roma. Dujon Sterling, Blackpool, loan. Ethan Ampadu, Venezia, loan. Danny Drinkwater, Reading, loan. Players in: Conor Gallagher, Chelsea, loan. Will Hughes, Watford. Jacob Montes, Georgetown University. Michael Elias, Reading. Remy Matthews, Free. Mark Guehi, Crystal Palace. Joachim Andersen, Lyon. Odsonne Edouard, Celtic. Players out: Andros Townsend, Everton. Sion Spence, Bristol Rovers, loan. Stephen Henderson, released. Wayne Hennessy, Burnley. Mamadou Sakho, released. Patrick van Aanholt, released. Gary Cahill, released. Scott Dann, Reading, loan. Players in: Asmir Begovic, Bournemouth. Andros Townsend, Crystal Palace. Andy Lonergan, West Brom. Demarai Gray, Bayer Leverkusen. Salomon Rondon, Dalian Professional. Players out: Theo Walcott, Southampton. Matthew Pennington, Shrewsbury Town, free. Joshua King, Watford. Yannick Bolasie, released. Mohamed Bezic, released. Josh Bowler, released. Dennis Adeniran, released. Con Uzunidis, released. Callum Connolly, released. Bobby Carroll, released. Daniel Lowy, released. Jack McIntyre, released. Dylan Thompson, released. Bernard, Sharjah. Players in: Christopher Clayson, Vålerenga. Amari Miller, Birmingham City. Jack Harrison, Man City. Junior Firpo, Barcelona. Sean McGurk, Wigan. Lewis Bate, Chelsea. Players out: Gaetano Berardi, released. Warzam Boy, released. Barry Douglas, released. Cole Gibbon, released. Nicholas Haugland, released. Eunan O'Kane, released. Matthew Turner, released. Ryan Edmondson, Fleetwood, loan. Oliver Casey, Blackpool. Kun Temenuzhkov, Real Union, loan. Rafa Mujica, Las Palmas. Alfie McAlmont, Morecambe, loan. Ezgian Alioski, released. Mateusz Bogusz, UD Ibiza, loan. Leif Davis, Bournemouth, loan. Pablo Hernandez, Castellón. Players in: Patson Daka, Red Bull Salzburg. Boubakary Soumer, Lille. Jannik Vestergaard, Southampton. Ryan Bertrand, Southampton. Players out: Christian Fuchs, Charlotte. Matty James, released. Wes Morgan, retired. Josh Knight, Peterborough United. Admiral Musquay, Luton Town. Dara O'Connor, Motherwell. Dennis Pratt, Torino, loan. Players in: Ibrahima Konate, RB Leipzig. Players out: Liam Coyle, released. Joe Hardy, released. Abdi Sharif, released. Jack Walls, released. Adam Lewis, Livingston, loan. Jorginho Wijnaldum, PSG, free. Sepp van den Berg, Preston, loan. Remy Savage, Newcastle. Paul Glatzel, Tranmere Rovers, loan. Kamil Grabara, FC Copenhagen. Liam Miller, FC Basel. Marco Grujic, FC Porto. Taiwo Awoniyi, Union Berlin. Harry Wilson, Fulham. Leighton Clarkson, Blackburn. Xherdan Shaqiri, Lyon. Rhys Williams, Swansea, loan. Players in: Keiki, Fluminense. Jack Grealish, Aston Villa. Moutinho, Fluminense. Scott Carson, Derby. Players out: Sergio Aguero, Barcelona, free. Eric Garcia, Barcelona, free. Louis Molden, Wolves, free. Lucas Nmecha, Wolfsburg, £11 million. Taylor Harwood-Bellis, Anderlecht, loan. James Trafford, Accrington Stanley, loan. Gavin Bazunu, Portsmouth, loan. Lewis Fiorini, Lincoln, loan. Jack Harrison, Leeds. Angelino, RB Leipzig. Callum Doyle, Sunderland, loan. Daniel Grimshaw, Blackpool. Alex Robertson, Ross County, loan. Players in: Jadon Sancho, Borussia Dortmund. Rafael Varane, Real Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo, Juventus. Tom Heaton, Aston Villa, free. Players out: Sergio Romero, released. Joel Pereira, released. Jacob Carney, released. Yestin Hughes, released. Arnau Puigmal, released. Max Taylor, released. Alio Traoré, released. Nathan Bishop, Mansfield Town, loan. Johan Guardiño, FC Copenhagen. Mark Helm, Burnley. Reece Devine, St Johnstone, loan. Tahith Chong, Birmingham City, loan. Brandon Williams, Norwich City, loan. Will Fish, Stockport County, loan. Facundo Pellistri, Alavés, loan. Players in: Charlie Wiggett, Chelsea. Remy Savage, Liverpool. Joe Willock, Arsenal. Cameron Ferguson, Tranmere Rovers. Santiago Munez, Santos Laguna, loan. Players out: Andy Carroll, released. Owen Bailey, released. Oliver Walters, released. Jude Swales, released. Yannick Touré, released. Oliver Marshall, released. Ludwig Francilet, released. Florent Indalacio, released. Kyle Scott, released. George Rounsfell, released. Lucas Gamblin, released. Lewis Brannan, released. Tom Midgley, released. Josh Gilchrist, released. Josh Harrison, released. Ty Airbanks, released. Lewis Cass, Port Vale, loan. Florian Lejeune, Alavés. Elias Sorensen, Esbjerg FB. Yoshinori Muto, released. Players in: Kenny Coker, Southend. Millet Rashica, Werder Bremen. Angus Gunn, Southampton. Flynn Clark, Peterborough. Ben Gibson, Burnley. Dimitris Giannoulis, PAOK. Billy Gilmore, Chelsea, loan. Pierre-Lise Melu, Nice. Liam Gibbs, Ipswich Town. Louis Thompson, released. Christos Zolis, PAOK. Ozan Kabak, Schalke, loan. Players out: Alex Tettey, Rosenborg. Mario Vrancic, Stoke City. Jordan Thomas, Barnet. Zach Dronfield, released. William Hondermark, released. Louis Lomas, released. Ethan Vaughan, released. Emiliano Buendia, Aston Villa. Philip Hayes, Karlsruhe. Reece McAleer, Inverness Caledonian Thistle, loan. Orjan Nyland, released. Moritz Leitner, released. Marco Stiepermann, released. Josh Martin, MK Dons, loan. Daniel Barden, Livingston, loan. Sebastian Soto, Porto, loan. Josip Drmic, HNK Rijeka, loan. Akin Famewo, Charlton Athletic, loan. Sam McCallum, QPR, loan. Ghassan Ahadmi, Portsmouth, loan. Danel Sinani, Huddersfield, loan. Melbourne City, contract terminated. Players in: Theo Walcott, Everton. Lyanco, Torino. Romain Perraud, Brest. Dinel Simeu, Chelsea. Players out: Ryan Bertrand, Leicester. Jake Hesketh, released. Josh Sims, released. David Agbontohoma, released. Lucas DeFeece, released. Pascal Pohamo, released. Kingsley Latham, released. Cameron Ledwidge, released. James Morris, released. Thomas O'Connor, released. Tommy Scott, released. Wesley Hoyt, Anderlecht. Kane Ramsey, Crewe. Angus Gunn, Norwich. Jake Vokins, Ross County, loan. Alex Jankiewicz, BSC Young Boys. Dan Enelandulu, Lincoln, loan. Callum Slattery, Motherwell. Mario Lemina, Nice. Danny Ings, Aston Villa. Players in: Pierluigi Gollini, Atalanta, loan. Christian Romero, Atalanta. Pape Matar Sarr, Metz. Brian Gill, Sevilla. Emerson Royal, Barcelona. Players out: Danny Rose, Watford, free. Paulo Gazzaniga, released. Enoch Asante, released. Che Cooper, released. Keenan Ferguson, released. George Marsh, AFC Wimbledon. Rodal Richards, released. Jack Rolls, released. Aaron Skinner, released. Keziah Sterling, released. Shiloh Tracy, released. Juan Foyth, Villarreal. Eric Lamela, Sevilla. Toby Alderweireld, Al Duhail. Serge Aurier, contract terminated. Players in: Kwadwo Bar, Rochdale. Matty Pollock, Grimsby Town. Imran Louza, FC Nantes. Ashley Fletcher, Middlesbrough, free. Danny Rose, Spurs, free. Emmanuel Dennis, Club Brugge. Dapo Mabude, Rangers. Peter Etebo, Stoke City, loan. Joshua King, free. Vincent Angelini, free. Players out: Ashraf Lazar, released. Carlos Sanchez, released. Jerome Sinclair, released. Mamadou Mabaye, released. Ben Wilmot, Stoke City. Ignacio Pussetto, Udinese, loan. Adalberto Penaranda, Las Palmas, loan. Craig Dawson, West Ham. Thiago Kakur, Doncaster, loan. Bosun Lawal, Celtic. Compensation: Troy Deeney, Birmingham. Players in: Thierry Nevers, Reading. Nikola Vlasic, CSKA Moscow. Pierre-Ekwa Elimbi, Chelsea. Armstrong Oko Flex, Celtic, free. Craig Dawson, Watford. Alphonse Areola, PSG. Kurt Zouma, Chelsea. Alex Kral, Spartak Moscow, loan. Players out: Oladapo Afolayan, Bolton. Fabian Balbuena, released. Shauna Darkwa, released. Olatunji Akinola, released. Samuel Kaga, released. Alfie Lewis, released. Joshua Okocha, released. Joseph Anang, Stevenage, loan. Felipe Anderson, Lazio. Nathan Trott, Nancy. Players in: Yerson Mosquera, Atletico Nacional. Louis Molden, Manchester City, free. He Chan Hwang, RB Leipzig, loan. Francisco Trincao, Barcelona, loan. Ryan 8 Nuri, Angers. Jose S.A., Olympiacos. Bendeguz Bola, Fehervar FC. Ryan 8 Nuri, Angers. Players out: Sadou Diallo, released. Cyriac Mayunga, released. Hong Won, released. Toti Gomez, Grasshoppers, loan. Ruben Vinegar, Sporting Lisbon. Rui Patricio, Roma. Leonardo Campana, Grasshoppers, loan. Bendegouz Bola, Grasshoppers, loan. Ryan Giles, Cardiff, loan. Dion Sanderson, Birmingham, loan. Morgan Gibbs White, Sheffield United, loan.